that's so sweet. There's a lady down there feeding the kitties. Hi, I am fresh off of work. I'm so tired, but we need to get this video done, so let's go.
You believe in me, life isn't what it seems. North Pole cold, my little heart it be freezing. I got the big Drake, though I don't be all in my feelings. I got the big bankroll, I don't be having no children. Try to take my soul, you ain't having it, nigga.
Baby, go around the pole, yeah, so like hope, yeah, so like hope, yeah. They don't know you just
Slowly kisses passing by the river. I've been missing.
Guys, what's up? Welcome back to another video. Happy New Year, Merry Christmas, all that stuff. Christmas is over, I know, but I didn't see y'all on Christmas. I didn't even do a vlogmas this year. Oh well, Happy New Year, happy 2023. I know it's been a minute since you've seen my face, but I'm back. But without further ado, let's get into the video. So for today's video, 2022 actually has a lot to do with today's video. 2022, to say the least, for me was very hard. It was challenging. I feel like it took a lot out of me. I feel like 2022 for me was crazy. Like, if someone were to tell me 2022 was gonna happen the way it did, I would be like, what? But nonetheless, this video has a lot to do with that because I was thinking about something recently. This was like a few weeks back, and a lot of times we go through things, and after coming out of those hardships, we don't take the time to think about where we came from. Probably reason being because it was hard and you don't want to remember those negative emotions. However, recently I had a moment where I had to pause, and I just started thinking about how great God was and how great he was to me and how much he saw me through everything that I went through from 2022 till now. And I love the way Heinz put it. Heinz is like one of my favorite YouTubers, and he has a video, I forget what the title is called. Hopefully if I find it I can put it in the box below or something. But I was talking about how a lot of times when we climb over mountains, right? Like when we get over that mountain and then we keep getting over these mountains and getting over these mountains and getting over these mountains, we find ourselves standing on the next mountain, but we never take the time to look back and see how far we've come. We go through so many things. We go through so many challenges. We go through so much adversity. And it seems like we're always just looking towards the next mountain, but we don't ever take the time to just think back and say, wow, I've overcame so much. There was a moment that I had recently where it was just too much for me to take. Like, there was so much going on, and it was so overwhelming for me. Like, you know that feeling where you're just really tired. You're really tired. You're numb. There's so much fatigue, like mentally, physically, emotionally, and you're just really, really tired. You know, like have you guys ever felt like that? Have you ever experienced that where it's not like you're necessarily angry or sad or anything, but it's like those emotions, right? But like boiled down, if that makes sense, to where you're just tired. But my dad also said something recently that I really appreciated, and he was saying that it's okay to talk to God and tell him that you're weak. It's okay to talk to God and tell him that you're tired, that you can't take it anymore, that, you know, to ask for strength. It's okay. And I thought that was so powerful, because usually even when we talk about prayer and asking him, you know, for guidance and for strength and for protection, but I think just telling him how you feel and just telling him how tired you are, he already knows, you know. But I think even just like they always say, you know, the power of the tongue, there's power in what you say, there's power in what you think, right? So I think even just vocalizing it and saying it and acknowledging the fact that you're tired is a great beginning, you know, to God providing you that strength. But I think just him saying that it's okay, you know, that you don't have to pretend to be strong, but you can actually tell God that you're tired, right? And during that specific moment when I was having those thoughts, right, I remember, you know, I was alone, there was no one with me, and I I think I had a breakdown and I didn't realize that I had a breakdown, but I just remember telling him, like, God, like, I can't. It's too much. Like, I can't. And it was a short prayer, but when I tell you, the rest of that day, from that moment on, the rest of that day went smooth. Like, I could feel myself changing. I could feel, you know, the fact that he was there with me, and I could feel him being like, everything is going to be okay. My whole reason in sharing this and saying this is that when we have those moments, right, get past them, it's always important to remember that and remember what that felt like. I'm not saying go back to the trauma, right? But I'm saying to remember what that felt like and acknowledge how much you've overcome and how much you can overcome. And I think a lot of times when we face new challenges, we start to question ourselves even more. And even in these revelations that I had, you just come to realize that he's always been there. Even when you think he's silent, even when you think you're going through whatever it is you're going through by yourself, you realize that he truly has always been there. And I thought to myself, and I was like, wow, Karen, like, you have nothing to complain about. Like, he's always been there, and he's always going to be there. And I think, again, seeing just how far you've come and how many blessings he's given to you, because that's another thing. You know what? I used to sometimes feel bad because I would pray for things and I would ask for things, and you know, that's what God wants, though. You know, he wants you to talk to him and everything. But just looking back on how many blessings you truly received, how often do we do that? How often do we look back on our lives and be like, that was something that I asked for, you know, a while back or a long time ago, and low-key God did actually give it to me. Like, low-key he actually did answer my prayers, you know? And it made me feel bad because I thought to myself, I'm like, wow, how many blessings has God answered for me? There are so many things that happened. Don't get me wrong, I went through a lot, but when I took the time to think about how much I've overcame, there were blessings in there that I didn't even realize at the time were the blessings that I prayed for, were the answers that I prayed for, but they were there. We just don't take the time to look and notice that they're there. Just like signs are everywhere. Right now I just saw 11:11. I just saw that's God. Good guy. Just don't forget God, man. Don't forget to just take a moment. That's why they say be present in the moment. You know, be in the moment and just take a moment to reflect, you know, to check in on yourself, to reflect and to notice how far you've come and be excited for what is to come. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, be you, stay true. Bye.
Struggles and pain only make we tougher. So comes the money get no far. Me love my life, still I make money and my friends alright. Make progress while them backslide, them can't stop my flame from ignite. One life, many chances, you'd live up, you'd rise to the top. Don't make it through badness, right now we have to cool off of that. Get a youth one hold on strong every day, them plan work hard just for